Donald Trump went to Milwaukee to give his closing statement to voters, which consisted of a weird meltdown and giving a blowjob to his microphone. I wish I was kidding. And here is the front page of the Drudge Report. Have we not been punished enough by this man that we now have to watch him do that on stage?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing, you get me?
At this point, I can't even say that I'm surprised at how off the rails Trump's campaign has become.
Look at these beautiful people. You'll be interspersed with murderers, drug dealers, terrorists. Do we have any in the house right now? Are there any people?
Trump's mental state is so bad that he has now become the human embodiment of an old man yelling at the clouds.
Who's laughing now? Shut up!
Speaking of the weather, here's Trump talking about climate change.
Now they call it climate change. You know why? Because climate change covers cold, if it's too cold, if it's too climate change. We're suffering climate change. If it's cold, that's good. If it's hot as hell, that's good. It used to be global warming, and that wasn't working because we're actually cooling.
This guy has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. He is completely unfit to be president.
Well, meltdown, and millions of people will die. You're going to die. This is not a charity event. This is an election for the biggest and toughest job. And well, meltdown, and millions of people will die. You're going to die. This is not a charity event. This is an election for the biggest and toughest job.
What?
A speech, and I said, I'm right about there where that very beautiful girl is. I'm not allowed to say that. See the beautiful blonde girl right there? I said, now you know that's the end of your political career when you do that. You're not allowed to call anybody beautiful anymore. If you do, it's the end of your political career.
Donald Trump is gone. He's cooked. But just to give you another example of how mentally unwell Donald Trump is, he spent part of his rally at the Pfizer Forum where the Milwaukee Bucks play, questioning whether Bucks basketball player Giannis Antetokounmpo was even Greek.
Your team is very good. I would say the Greek is a seriously good player. Do you agree? And tell me, who has more Greek in him, the Greek or me? I think we have about the same, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
Giannis, aka the Greek Freak, is a Greek citizen, speaks fluent Greek, and plays on the Greek Olympic basketball team. Like, how is this race even close?
Mrs. Obama was nasty to me. What was that all about? What was that all about, Scott Walker?
Aw, Trump is upset that a successful woman of color called him out for being the gross, incompetent scumbag that he is.
So, I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a little frustrated that some of us are choosing to ignore Donald Trump's gross incompetence while asking Kamala to dazzle us at every turn. I hope that you'll forgive me if I'm a little angry that we are indifferent to his erratic behavior, his obvious mental decline, his history as a convicted felon, a known slumlord, a predator found liable for sexual abuse, all of this while we pick apart Kamala's answers from interviews that he doesn't even have the courage to do, y'all.
Oh, the mic. Yeah, I think the mic stinks. I think it stinks. Crazy. Oh, that's what I was wondering what the hell they were shouting. I think this mic stinks, by the way. And then we don't pay the contractor. I say, don't pay the contractor. Then they write a story. Trump doesn't pay his bills. He's a bad guy.
Actually, Trump has a long history of not paying his contractors. A 2016 investigation revealed that over the years, Trump failed to pay hundreds of workers and contractors for their services. Not only that, but Trump has spent a lot of his campaign blaming contractors for his mishaps.
Because this is the worst microphone I think I've ever had. I hope you can hear me back there. Justin, don't pay the bill for this mic. Tell him to make the microphone louder. It's terrible. Yeah. But Americans are not struggling. You know, this is the worst platform. But isn't it nice to have a president who doesn't need a teleprompter? These teleprompters are just gonzo, folks. They're gonzo.
And unsurprisingly, he also lies about winds ripping his teleprompters off the stage at one of his speeches.
And we had 48-mile-an-hour winds when I was doing it. And the teleprompters, right at the beginning of the speech, I got ripped off the stage. And I said, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. We're okay together. I had 45,000 people and millions of people watching on television. And I have no teleprompter. And I said, I'm okay, we can do this together.
That never happened.
Trump sounds like an elderly man whose memory is deteriorating, and now he's just making up stories.
Do you want to see me knock the hell out of people backstage? You want to see me?
So Trump is now threatening to physically assault the contractor?
It's a pretty stupid situation, but that's okay. I get so angry, I'm up here seething. I'm seething. I'm working my ass off with this stupid mic.
Again, this guy is not mentally fit to be president, nor should he be anywhere near our nuclear codes. Grandpa needs to be put in a home.
Welcome to Mar-a-Lago Senior Living, a state-of-the-art senior facility located on the coast of Florida. If the senior in your life is getting exhausted, it might be time for a change. Here at Mar-a-Lago Senior Living, we care for even the most particular residents.
My teleprompter people do a great job. As are Asians.
Even the ones who still feel young at heart.
And I'm not 80, and I'm not that close to 80.
Put on Pavarotti singing Ave Maria.
Many residents find their favorite music comforting. If the senior in your life tends to wander off, our round-the-clock care has you covered. Mar-a-Lago Senior Living. Watch the Florida sunset while you sundown.
This is what the GOP gets for nominating Trump as their candidate. They made their bed, and now they're gonna have to lie in it. Which reminds me, I want to thank today's sponsor, Miracle Made. Did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat? It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just gross. Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning antibacterial bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent up to 99.7% of bacteria growth and require up to 3 times less laundry. Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands, and feel as nice if not nicer than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Go to trymiracle.com/Gabe to try Miracle Sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo Gabe at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Gabe and use the code Gabe to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Gabe to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Also, Trump is 78 years old and pushing 260 pounds of fat. He dodged the Vietnam draft 5 times because of bone spurs, and he's never worked a day of physical labor in his life. If Trump actually tried to fight someone, he would get punched once and it would be over.
I'm blowing out my left arm, now I'm gonna blow out my right arm, and I'm blowing out my damn throat too.
Throwing out his damn arm, that microphone weighs 0.68 pounds. That's less than a shoe. Also, why did he say that he was blowing out his damn throat? Oh, yeah, that definitely explains a lot now. It also might explain why Trump is so obsessed with Arnold Palmer's penis, who's a dead guy, by the way. Trump is gonna try to spin this soon by saying, "Excuse me, I know blowjobs. I give the best blowjobs. No one gives better blowjobs than me." Anyway, let's see what else Trump's final pitch to the voters of Wisconsin is. All right, sounds like the mic is still an issue, but I'm sure he'll finally get to a pitch.
I said, no, I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect them in many ways. But some of the ways are suburban housewives, they say, don't like me. I think they do like me because, thank you. She say, I love you. No, Where do you live? What part of Westchester do you live?
You could not have written this moment any better. While Trump is talking about women liking him, 2 younger women are literally seen leaving his rally right behind him. Remember, this is the guy who recently said this.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. I said, why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said... They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. 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 I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
No matter how many times the Republican Party loses, they continue to think that campaigning on forcing a woman what to do with her body is a winning strategy. It's not.
Trump says he's going to protect women whether they like it or not. Well, if his definition of protection is not the freedom of choice, if his definition of protection is making sure our daughters have fewer rights than our mothers, then I don't want it! I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Cardi B is right. Women don't want it. And I'll even add that men who support women don't want it either.
The former president, Donald Trump's remark about women and whether they like it or not. And listen, it actually is, I think, very offensive to women in terms of not understanding their agency, their authority, their right, and their ability to make decisions about their own lives, including their own bodies. And this is just the latest on a series of reveals by the former president of how he thinks about women and their agency. Whether he has said, as he has, that women should be punished for their choices, whether he has talked about his pride in taking away a fundamental right from women, whether it be how he has actually created a situation in America where now 1 in 3 women lives in a Trump abortion ban state and has legal restrictions on the right she rightly should have to make decisions about her own body.
Well, that's a wrap for today. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to follow me at I am Gabe Sanchez. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to check out the audio version of What Was That, perfect for when you're on the go or just relaxing. Catch every episode wherever you listen to podcasts. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?